The mysterious letter to wealth. Arrow slammed the door behind him, his clothes drenched from the unexpected downpour. He tossed his bag onto the rickety chair and collapsed onto the bed. Another day, another rejection letter. He picked up the crumpled paper from the table and read the same lines over and over. We regret to inform you. Frustration boiled inside him. No matter how hard he tried, success seemed out of reach. He sighed, staring at the ceiling, lost in his thoughts. Suddenly, a knock at the door snapped him back to reality. Frowning, he stood up. It was late, too late for visitors. When he opened the door, there was no one outside. The cold wind whistled through the narrow alley, but on the ground there was a sealed envelope. He picked it up hesitantly and stepped back inside. With shaking hands, he opened the letter. The ink was fresh, yet the paper seemed oddly aged. If you truly seek wealth, meet me tomorrow at the abandoned library at 9 p.m. Come alone. A friend. Arrow's heart pounded. Who had sent this? And why? He smiled. Probably a prank, he muttered. But deep inside, curiosity stirred. He had nothing to lose. The next night, Arab arrived at the abandoned library. The place was dimly lit, the air thick with the scent of old books. A single lamp flickered in the corner, illuminating a figure seated on a worn-out chair. The man wore a black suit, his face calm yet unreadable. He seemed wealthy, yet something about him spoke of simplicity. You came, the man said, his deep voice and assured. That means you're ready to learn the truth about wealth. Arav narrowed his eyes. Who are you? The man smiled. I go by many names, but tonight I'm your guide. If you wish to be wealthy, you must first understand what true wealth is. Arav folded his arm. Isn't it money? The man chuckled. Money is just the result. Wealth begins in the mind. He pulled out an old book and flipped through the pages. Let me tell you a story. As the man spoke, Arav listened intently, his mind painting vivid images of different people and their clothes. Poor people think about their survival, the man explained. Wealthy people think about opportunities. If you believe you're stuck, you'll remain stuck. Think bigger. Arav saw the image of a struggling shopkeeper in his mind, one who blamed the economy for his failures. Meanwhile, another man in the same situation expanded his business online, eventually achieving financial freedom. Money follows those who have skills and knowledge, the man continued. Invest in learning and money will chase you. Arab envisioned two young men. One spent all his saving on parties and luxuries, while the other used his money to learn digital marketing. A year later, the first man remained broke while the second had built a successful agency. One job, one income, one risk. The man said, wealthy people create multiple streams of money. They think beyond salaries. I saw an image of a corporate employee losing his job and struggling financially. Meanwhile, another employee had invested in stocks and built a YouTube channel. He remained financially stable even after quitting his job. The poor spent first and saved the what's left. The man went on. The rich save first and invest wisely. The difference is in habits. Ara saw two friends with the same salary. One wasted his earnings on unnecessary gadgets while others invested. Years later, one was drowning in debt while the other had passive income flowing in. The biggest risk is never taking any risk, the man concluded. If you want extraordinary wealth, you must dare to step out of your comfort zone. Ara saw a young entrepreneur hesitating to start his business, fearful of failure. Meanwhile, the other taking the leap, failed at first but eventually succeeded. Ara's head spun with possibilities. These rules sound great, but how do I start? The man's expression grew serious. That depends on your courage. I have an opportunity for you, but it comes with risk. Do you dare to take it? Arab hesitated. Doubts crept in. What if he failed? But then he remembered the lesson. Yes, he said finally, I am ready. The man handed him another sealed envelope. Good, he said before disappearing into the shadows. Months passed. Arab applied the first 5 golden rules. He started a small online business. At first he struggled, but he learned, adapted and grew. He invested in earnings, built multiple income streams, and developed a success-oriented mindset. His confidence soared. One day another letter arrived. Congratulations, you have unlocked the secret of wealth. Now pass it on. Aro smiled. He had finally understood the true path to wealth was not just about money. It was about mindset, skill, and actions. Years later, Arab became a successful entrepreneur. One evening, he sat at his desk, pen in hand, writing a letter. He sealed it and left on it the doorstep, just like it had happened to him. As he walked away, he knew Someone else's journey to wealth was about to begin. The end. Thank you.